Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and today I want to chat with you guys a little bit about probably the best thing we can do for overall body composition as lifters is to protein overfeed. And what I mean by protein overfeeding, I mean very, very, very large amounts of protein. Again, 1.5 grams per pound of body weight and up. And again, I understand that some of the data is controversial on that, but overall, we generally find that that's the case. That people who eat the highest proteins tend to have the best body composition. And as far as, again, lifters go, and we have studies on protein overfeeding that show when large amounts of protein are added even to an existing maintenance, that people tend to lose some body fat. Okay. And this is stuff that we've seen forever, even inside like the bodybuilding world, which is not always my forte because I'm a strength athlete. But we see that, again, large amounts of protein. Okay. And when I say that, I don't mean that you're automatically, just because you eat more protein, you're automatically going to lose body fat. What I'm saying is that if our goal is to have the best body composition possible, in other words, what do I mean? Retaining the most muscle or having any chance of gaining muscle when cutting, large amounts of protein help. If you want to gain the least fat when trying to gain muscle, let's say you're bulking, more protein. Okay, more protein. And I know I'm not even particularly lean here. I still have the loose skin in these clips. This won't be out for weeks though. I'll probably be leaner by the time this video even hits. Because I have over 70 videos in the queue. But, this is kind of where I'm at now, shortly after going into a little bit of cutting, but just dramatically increasing my protein. And that's something that we have to look at. It's just forcing down as much protein as possible when chasing body composition. Am I saying that calories in, calories out doesn't matter? No, I'm not saying that at all. I'm not even remotely saying that. Because calories in, calories out will determine the changes on the scale. The composition of the diet will determine what's going on inside the changes on the scale. Right? As far as what tissues are being gained or lost, it'll be a big factor. But total accruing or reducing tissues in the body will always be calories in, calories out. But we also have to factor in calories in is not the same as calories out. In other words, when people hear that, they make that assumption that all calories are equal, and that is not what it means. Okay. In other words, if eating 1,000 calories of one food will cause more thermic effect than another, those calories in are the same, but the calories out are not. Okay. People see where we're going with that. That calories in the same, but the calories out are not. Okay, so that does not invalidate a calories in, calories out model. It supports it. Hopefully everyone understands that. Calorie is not a calorie, but calories in, calories out absolutely holds true. All right, but what do I mean with the body composition? Well, the nutrient partitioning. In other words, the more protein that we eat, as protein intakes start to get very large, it biases tissue changes in favor of muscle growth. Now, does that mean that when we're bulking, that just adding more protein automatically means more muscle growth? No. But it does seem to cause a less fat gain. Because we also come back over to that calories out equation, the higher thermic effect of the protein. When we go into a deficit, the more protein that we eat, not only do we have the higher thermic effect, but we also have a better muscle preservation effect. We allow better retention of muscle, the possibility of gaining more muscle. Now, I want to be clear, these effects are not massive. They're fairly small. But if you are chasing maximized body composition, fairly small changes add up over the years. Okay? And that's the point that I'm going with this. It really does seem to be in your best interest, if you really care about the ratios of muscle to fat on your body, to eat as much protein as you can, as much as you can. Again, barring health issues that might cause problems. Like let's say you have advanced kidney disease. Okay, fine. Obviously, you're an exception to the rule. But I always remind people, do not live your lives and set your rules based upon the exceptions to the rule. Right? That's a very, very bad idea in general. Right? Because some guy in northern Utah 17 years ago did something that doesn't seem to apply to most people, it doesn't apply to me, right? People who do that are idiots, by the way. It's almost something that's worth talking about. As someone who puts out a lot of content who sees people come and argue, what you notice in an observation is that people who try to find exceptions to good, useful rules think that they're being clever, but they actually are usually very unintelligent people. They're people who are actually usually dumb, but they believe that them presenting an exception to a very good rule, right, makes them intelligent, but it actually is a display of low intelligence. So just an FYI, if you don't have advanced kidney disease and you raise that up as a response, I hate to say it, but you probably are not intelligent. Okay, so don't use it as the rule. Now, the rule generally is, and this is what the research has shown, the modern research, very, very high protein intakes do not impair kidney function in people with healthy, normal kidneys. Okay, that's the rule. If you do not have kidney disease, it's not a concern. So, if you do, then talk to your dietitian, which is always a smart thing to do when you have a medical condition and you're looking at diet. But back over to the point, protein. And notice I did not say protein shakes. I'm not trying to support the supplement industry when I say that. Or you just won't be, no, you can't. You want to do protein, it's fine. I do a lot of them when I'm protein overfeeding. It's fine. I only stick with reputable brands. Okay? You don't have to do that. You can get it all from meat. You can get it all from dairy. It's fine. You don't have to go with shakes. They're just another protein source at the end of the day. But, again, if you are trying to be leaner, much leaner, while carrying a certain amount of muscle tissue, protein overfeeding is a wise idea. It will be a useful tool to you. But Menno Hanselman said, nobody cares. Nobody cares what Menno says. I've seen the guy present multiple studies of things that, when tested in the real world, do not work. I've found firsthand dealing with my clients. I don't care. For some reason, people will want to bring that up. But he posted on his wall. Yep. You want to listen to a tiny, weak guy who presents studies that when you try to do them yourself don't work, go ahead and do so. That's your business. I've seen plenty of data in studies as well as observations in the real world that say, yeah, this absolutely works. All right, guys, but that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it's been informative, and I'll talk to you guys next time.